Okay, guys, I think we are live. Let me go over
Let's
here.
see what it does with the chat. I can't see crap with the chat.
I'm going to pull up my iPad because I can't
click on
chat
comments.
I'm on my phone for some reason.
Yeah, I'm on my phone too.
So I happen to have an iPad, so I'll pull that up.
On the big screen, it gives you the option of private chat or comments. So
Okay,
I click
good.
on comments, and then you can see people commenting.
Oh yeah, comments. There we go.
Yep.
Oh, that worked. Yeah, thanks.
But you
We
don't
are-
have
See,
to
the only
wait.
thing I see is RJ says it will be starting soon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's
I've not seen a text box for us to answer. I think only
Wow.
RJ can answer.
oh really?
Yeah, I see it. But I cannot see you guys now. So yeah, I'll probably go in and out of that.
Yeah, that's what happens to
You
me
have to
too.
pull
Whenever
up
I
the
do it, it
YouTube
grays
chat, and
the visual in the back. Oh,
if you pull up the YouTube video, you can pause the video and chat on the YouTube channel. I think that works better.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I just added a new comment.
Yeah, I see
Yep, I
that.
see it.
Hey,
There we go.
all right, here we go. Hello, Mimo. Hello, JW.
Can you see us? I see Michael. All right, cool. And JW.
Okay.
Okay,
Mimo
yeah, I
says
see you
we're all
guys.
good. All right.
Cool.
Ah, KJ, nice.
Hi, KJ.
KJ,
Hi,
I got
Michael.
something. I got something to show you. Something that I haven't showed on my channel yet. I have it here. It's still wrapped in the paper. But what I have here is my very first copper lock.
Ooh,
This
very
is
nice.
the Blade Show for 2022. This is the American Workman. It's carbon steel, and it is the Wharncliffe. Yeah,
Very
Williams.
nice.
So this is my first copper lock, and I got to tell you guys, I really
They're
like
great.
it. Yeah, this
I
may
have
be a new case model that I collect.
I have a mini copper lock.
Okay, yeah, this is the full size copper
Yep.
lock. So yeah, very nice. I love it. Hey, John from JO Ventures, Andrew. Yep, there you
Of course,
go. El Phoenix.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Phoenix.
so that was one I definitely wanted to show off today, especially if KJ was able to come on. They told you it was $10.95. Yeah, it just says carbon steel on the
look at
box.
the chat.
Let me see if it. I think it says just carbon steel on there. Let me see. It's kind of hard to see around the bolster. Yeah, it just says CS carbon steel. So yeah, it may very well may be $10.95.
When you have a chance, I need to correct a mistake here, RJ.
Oh yes, please do.
Well, we were doing the traveling knife, and John from JO Ventures Outdoors made this wonderful knife slip for me.
Yes.
And I have this little
beautiful.
single blade Imperial knife, and it just fits in there so lovely.
Very nice.
I have to say, John, thank you so much.
Hi, Tom. Tom Weingart is here. And James O'Malley is outside doing leaves. Yep, it's that time of year for sure.
I should probably be out doing them, but I'd rather sit here with you guys.
You know what? We'd rather have you here too.
Oh, I agree.
That's something I don't miss because I live in an apartment now, so I don't have to do the lease.
And John said, "Awesome, you're welcome, Tom." For the slip. John does great leather work. I love watching the
Camera
videos,
adjustment.
and John just finished doing some leaves.
Do not
I was
attempt to
looking
adjust
down.
your
Was that
dial.
slip a necker? I mean, it was a. Did you have a necklace on it?
It got a lanyard on it.
Oh, a lanyard. Okay.
Yeah.
Lanyard with me.
Straighten up.
My lighting is not too good here. Let me see if I can get that better.
Yeah, he puts all kinds of really nice designs on there.
Just wonderful. It's not showing up at all. He just does wonderful work.
William, I have a
Yes.
question. So, with I think it's the rust lock you were showing off there.
Yes.
Have you seen those prices going up or going down? Those.
I haven't checked it lately. They were about like $80-something around there, depending on
I
the
looked
handle
around.
material.
I looked around and I found one for like 58, and I thought, wow, did they actually go down or anything? But man, I've been really tempted to get one of those. They're just, I where they remind me of Woody the Woodpecker.
It's got some gunk on it. Oh yeah.
Yeah, very much.
I didn't inspect these before I picked them up.
Mark, Bell Phoenix wants to know when you're going to ever do a face reveal.
Oh, a face reveal. Well, I actually was about to because I didn't know how to get the camera to reverse, and then I found out how to. So you guys get to miss out on my beautiful face.
He did a face reveal already.
But
Hey,
But,
Frog,
you kind of have to
Big
hunt
Red's
for it.
Video.
Yeah, you have to kind of hunt for it. But I've been told I look kind of like a Chris Evans, Chris Pratt mix.
there you go. Hey, JB. Awesome. Nice to have you here.
Yeah, JB.
Oh, JB's
Hi,
here?
Jerome.
I don't remember the video, but as a channel talk with JB, he did a face reveal and he showed where he shot his videos.
Yeah.
Nice.
Witness protection program told me I shouldn't do a face reveal. So.
I mean, I think William did too. He was standing in front of a mirror doing some video. I remember.
Yeah, I've done one where I picked a lock blindfolded for a challenge. You had to blindfold yourself, pick the lock, take it apart, disassemble it. All that blindfold.
That's crazy.
I figure people are more in it for the knife than the personality, you know? I mean,
yeah.
And as you get older, you start to deteriorate. So nothing you want necessarily to be looking at.
Desktop reviews, so people get to see the knife, and then lives you can show your face. You know.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. When you're doing a knife review, the knife is the star. When it's alive, then we get to see the people.
I'm just ugly, so I don't want to soil this video with that.
At least I have a person that's
you need a flashlight, Tom.
Modern.
Good Lord, William, is that enough there?
Yeah, you need a flashlight, Tom. He
thought
said he didn't have enough light there.
That's what I need.
You know, oh yeah, there you go. There's another woodpecker.
There it is.
That's the Ictus here.
I like them. They're one-handed opening, you know, but they're not flipper knives, you know. So you just got to slow roll it.
Yeah,
and a lot of people complain about the gaps and stuff on back. That never, as long as the knife functions, it never bothers me.
I just got this case, and I have to say that the gaps on it were pretty sizable, but it is solid. I mean, this thing has no wiggle, no movement or anything, and it has fantastic things. So, I mean, I'm almost the same. As long as it's not absolutely atrocious, it works out for me just fine. Plus, you can flush it out a little bit better.
My rust lock is pinned really tight. I cannot one hand open it no matter how hard I try.
I've heard of that too on those before, but both of mine were just easy to thumb roll.
JW is turning 34 tomorrow. Well, happy early birthday.
Ooh, hey,
happy birthday,
youngster.
See, there's some gaps up there. I can see people, you know, spending some money and wanting, especially when Case is capable of making them perfect. You know, they used to. It's kind of like a shrinkflation or something.
I had
quality control.
Well, I had a trapper that was perfect. I had a trapper I compared with a buddy's GEC, and he said my trapper was in better shape than his. And I mean, they can do good work.
Yes, the trapper I have, I didn't grab it. I can go grab it real quick, but my Case trapper that's like yours is just fine. It didn't have really any kind of gapping to speak of. The blades are centered. It's a good one.
Yeah, I think is what
Well,
they get a lot of criticism for is because you got inexpensive knives that go for like $15. You know.
like this one. This is a Frost.
Yeah.
This is a Frost one, and this thing is fantastic, actually. Very nice, thick bone handle. No gapping. I was actually really impressed, and it's not the Pakistani one; it's the Chinese one, but it's not
Yeah.
bad.
Oh, good.
There's a mini copper lock.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah,
Got
I
the
like
white,
that.
white synthetic. So
Yeah, I like the new white synthetic case knives that are coming out. Those are pretty interesting to me. They have the little what is it, nickel silver inlaid shield, and
mhm.
you know, there's a bunch of different models coming out in that. So pretty.
They don't stain too easily, do they?
I
No.
don't know. That's the thing I'm always worried about with a white knife, is that it's going to get all messed up and gunky.
Yeah.
You could hit it with some clear coat or something. Just
Oh,
try
yeah.
it. Just try it. You know, you usually have to like tape the bolsters off so you don't get overspray. But
Mhm.
glossy makes it look kind of too shiny, like it's wet sometimes. And I mean, clear and then glossy or matte makes it almost too dull sometimes. So you have to experiment with it. But
Yeah.
that'll seal it.
There's a question here from KJ. Does the mini copper lock come with a small Warncliffe? Not that I'm aware of. I don't know.
The mini trapper comes with a Warncliffe.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
I
one
wanna
just cut me
say-
recently. I've seen it up close.
I want to say they have that in the large. I don't think they have that in the small with the Warncliffe. I've seen the large with the Warncliffe.
Trying to look here. The only case knife I have was one.
If it's large or small, let me measure it. I guess you'd have to measure the overall close length.
Boy, everybody's saying how
3.5.
young they were. I'm 28. I'm feeling like I'm a kid.
I do have this mini copperhead with the Warncliffe. And this is with the purple.
Oh yeah,
Curly.
that's nice.
Very nice. Wow.
Another one in the Ictus series.
Dig out the case behind
And Frog is digging the Warncliffe blades.
I even brought out the Sidewinder.
Oh,
Hey,
Oh,
watch out,
Sidewinder.
you. Almost got Peppy. He had to dodge that one.
Cool. Well, I decided if we're going to show some, where did it go here? Some Halloween knives. Where did that go?
Halloween.
Yeah. Well, my goodness, I thought I had it out here. I must have. Oh, here it is. Yeah, the good old Zombie Nick Trapper from Rough Rider. I like these knives because I really enjoy the humor of the Zombie Nick.
This is my
Character.
one.
Oh, that's nice. That jig bone, William.
I don't know what I think it's amber.
Yeah,
Amber
that's
jig
the
bone?
amber peach seed jig
What's
bone.
the number on here? 6. Sorry. Gotta get where people can see. I don't know if people see
Is
that.
that Zombie Nick a brand? Like
6
or
1
is that
7
It's
4
the
9.
Rough Rider series.
oh, it's a Rough Rider. Okay.
Yeah. So
I
if you,
have never seen that before. Maybe I seen it on your channel, but I didn't know the manufacturer. So
yeah, it's got on the one blade it says Zombie Nick, and then on the other one it says Friends Don't Let Friends.
Oh yeah.
does it have?
I've got
a
that one
zombie
somewhere.
head, one for a badge or something?
Yeah, yeah. It's got. I don't know if I can get it close enough to the camera so you can see it.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's got this little cartoon character zombie, and then that's on the blade. The main
I've seen
blade.
the elephant toenail of that one.
Yeah,
That one looks really cool.
yeah. So there's the
Mine's
zombie,
hiding somewhere.
if you can
Is
see
it a
that.
black wash or something?
Yeah, it's a black wash blade.
Okay. I'll
And
have
then
to pick that one up because
Yeah,
If
it fits
it's
in with
available.
for the Wastelanders. It's perfect. They have some on Amazon.
oh, okay.
Here's the other blade with the little saying on it. If you can read that, I don't know.
Yeah, I can't read it on my
Okay.
phone.
Yeah. Okay. No problem. I see Tom grabbed a fixed blade buck.
Hey, you're talking Halloween, right? What was
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
that's the classic.
movie Scream.
Oh,
Better have one of these.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Let's see here.
you could bigify
No
people.
slasher film
Sometimes
complete.
you can go to the screen where it blows it up or something. I think if you click on it,
Oh, where it's just me myself without everybody else.
I think there's a
There's
Friends don't spay friends. I love that.
bigify
Yes.
everybody's screen when they're showing.
I
it
saw
up.
that too, Jeroen. Yes, that's right. You don't ever pay your friends.
Here's a face reveal.
Yes,
Case
there
is
you
doing a
But
face
but
reveal.
friends help spay their enemies, right?
go. That could. Yeah, definitely. Not totally against that, Mark.
That's their 6.5. I think they do a really good job on that. That
Yeah,
looks
they do.
pretty close to
That looks very
Wow.
nice.
burnt stag or something like that.
Man, I might just have to get one of those. Those that has tempted me for years and years.
Those
and then,
are
like,
expensive. They're like $100 or so.
yeah, they are. But you get a lot for your money. That's what a lot of
Oh,
people
yeah.
don't realize is you get a lot for your money there.
It feels like a compact. I never had a buck 112, but it feels like a compact buck 110. You know, it just fits in the hand, and
I've always felt it's like in between the 110 and 112. Like it's
Yeah.
a really good size and shape.
it just fits the hand just
Yeah,
perfectly.
112 is kind of small.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
even handled the 112 with the finger grooves, and my fingers are so chunky it just doesn't work for me.
what is it? It's got like a 3-inch blade on it.
Nice. Damn, I'm just gonna have to pick one of those up. Oh boy.
Well, do me a favor, pick up two and send me one.
Yeah,
Oh, there you go.
right.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We're talking about knives that we want. What do you guys think you're gonna pick up next year?
Wow,
Any-
next
any-
year.
Any big grails or anything like that you've seen and you're like, you know what? That's the next one.
Well, I actually picked up one just yesterday. I told Tom about this. What you got, Tom?
Oh, this is a Buck El Moro
Ooh.
Nice.
orange handles. Got this off of eBay used. They don't make them anymore. And it's funny because this one was used. Somebody had a brand new one that they had just taken out of the bubble pack, but they dyed the handles black. And I was like, no. I went ahead and got the original one with the orange here.
There you go.
It's a handy little EDC knife.
Yeah, nice trade, Zen. That's awesome. And hey, Prop Blast, nice to see you here. But yesterday, and Tom knows about this, and I've wanted one of these ever since they came out. Is I found a Buck 113,
Oh,
a fixed blade, yeah, Skinner, and I cleaned it up a little bit last night. It's still got some gunk on this side of the bolster, but that I couldn't get off. But I did put some mineral oil on the wood, and so that's nice. So it's
very
nice
nice.
and shiny. It's a really
yeah.
cool knife. I've wanted these like forever, and I looked up the badge. It was made in 2015, but you never see these in like a secondhand store.
I don't see him at all. Michael, that's a
Yeah.
good one to go for. I would actually go for the Capara. if you really like the Paramilitary 2, I would go for the Kapara. Very nice. The carbon fiber is excellent. And I think it's a very, very underrated knife. I think I would go for that other than the Manix.
Can you see the chat?
Oh, nice, JW. He's getting a 113 Ranger Skinner from the custom shop.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
that'll be cool.
Wow.
Look forward to that.
Yeah, don't give anything away. I want to be surprised.
Yeah. Thank you, Jeroen.
So for next year for me, I want to get back to collecting my buck knives. I've kind of gotten off the path there. Yesterday, I got one off of eBay. It's should be coming in soon, and it's one of the Buck electrician's knives.
Oh, I've
Nice.
seen those.
And the 113, I'm jealous, RJ. He beat me to one. I keep wanting to get one, and every month I go to order it, and something else flashy, And,
Right.
So, but yeah, I want to get back to focusing on my buck collection. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do
I
you
really-
only,
Oh, go ahead.
do you only collect traditional stomp for bucks, or do you collect
no, I
modern
have
bucks too?
I have some of the moderns too. So
Okay.
yeah, my knives in general, I pretty much focus on the smaller fixed blades and a lot of the slip joint knives, but I do have some of the moderns too. So
I've just been really disappointed with the
This is
modern
my
ones. though.
favorite modern buck. This is the what's it called? The paradigm shift.
Oh, nice.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
got that bolster, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it has a bolster that it's a auto, but it has the bolster that launches it.
Okay, please tell me, do you give those to people and say, hey, open this?
Oh yeah, I when I gave it to my family and a friend, and they couldn't figure it out. They was trying to pull it.
that's funny. That's a nice.
I feel like
Gary?
that's a dangerous knife to make bets with. Be like, I bet you $100 you can't open it.
Oh yeah.
And I'll give you 30 minutes to do it.
It's just you twist the bolster and it opens.
Wow.
This is kind of a grail knife. I've seen this knife, and 2 years later, I made a purchase.
Mm.
Is that a ProTech?
No, it's a buck.
Oh, really? Almost
Yeah.
that looked like a ProTech.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
called the paradigm shift. It's S35VN. I don't remember the model number. 591 buck 591.
Man, that swedge on the top is killer, though. Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love this.
Man,
knife.
look at that.
It's a great looking
I
knife.
I'd have
carry
to
this
say
knife a lot.
These are two grails that I finally got, these Chris Reeves. I had a real heavy Chris Reeve addiction, and I had to sell a few of them just because it was just a little ridiculous to have 5 of them. But these were the two keepers, the 31 and then the Nkosi.
Yeah, they're both very nice.
And I don't think
And very
they're but they're expensive, but I think even with the price increase, they're worth it. I think they're still fantastic knives.
You had more. I think you sold them. Some.
Yeah. I 1 Minute Knife Review bought one of mine, and then
Hey, get up, Peppy.
a few other guys inquired about another one of mine, and I ended up getting 2 31s. One is actually, I thought about keeping the other one just in case if this one is in the shop, but I've decided since we are expecting a son on Valentine's Day that second one's going to go to my son.
Okay. Congratulations. I didn't know you had 2 kids.
Yeah, I have a 2-year-old daughter, and then son is on his way. And
Yeah.
so
Nice.
I'm going to be giving him my other Sabenza. But of course, when all the stupidity is kicked out of him and he's 25 or 28.
Yeah, it won't be his first knife, I'm sure.
Oh, of course not. Of course not. I'd be a fool.
William, I think your dinosaur has 1 foot on it, but it looks like a blue or a gray cover. Is that a sunfish?
Yeah, that's the Rough Rider Reserve Rhino Toe or whatever they call that thing.
Yes, the rhino toe.
Oh, now there's a Warncliffe.
Oh,
sir.
wow.
There's a Warncliffe. Wow.
You
yeah,
know
it's
what?
nothing but Warncliffe.
If that had a more devious look, that would fit into Halloween, if you ask me.
Thanks,
Yeah,
William.
it's a
That's
pretty nice knife. It's got a weird little, stubby
Oh, wow,
little spear there.
That's stubby.
It's a swedge on it. The only thing about these there's no real kick, for a traditional knife. It's got a strong lock, but there's nothing to protect.
Mm.
Yeah,
You know what I'm,
Yeah.
what I'm talking about. I think
Oh,
they
man,
use like
I'm just seeing your hand slide up that, and it's giving me chills.
yeah, yeah. That's the only thing about this knife that I find not
that's
easy.
Interesting. Interesting.
Thank you for subbing to CB Tactical, Frog. I know you'll
See you
enjoy
later.
his channel. If you can, Mimo, throw up a link for CB Tactical's channel, because he definitely. All right, we'll see you, Colton. He definitely has a great channel. I think if you guys are into EDC stuff, he covers a whole lot of different things. So it's really, really cool.
Really quick, JW was talking about the Marksman from Buck. And I think that was designed by the Hawks. And
Yeah,
I
kinda
had
like
one of
that knife.
those. And boy, man, I regret selling that thing because you cannot find them. They're discontinued. You can't find them. People are asking like $400, $300 for them.
Yeah, they're highly coveted.
Oh, they're so nice. They're really nice. One that's overhyped is this one. This one was lent to me by a subscriber on my channel, and I love it. But man, for like $600, $700, it's not worth it.
I saw a Spyderco slip joint the other day, and I guess it's old, but it was new to me. I don't remember the name though, but it's a slip joint. By Spyderco.
They made that for the UK market, and then also for some places like
UKPK.
Yeah, that's it. UKPK.
I had one with orange scales. It was a cutlery shop exclusive.
And my disco ball.
RJ, that knife is fantastic for utility because it's just no nonsense. It's got a very, very nice blade, but it's easy just to open, and then you can close it very quickly, and it's very compact and light. And the wire clip is fantastic. If you want to get one, RJ, I think you should get the LC200 model.
Okay, I'll take a look at that.
It's good. They're really nice.
It's got a different shape there, Tom.
Yeah, this is the Maverick. Not to be confused with the Buck folding knife Maverick that was discontinued years ago. So you had the Maverick and then the El Moro. And it's almost the same knife. The same sheath works for both of them. They discontinued the Maverick and they came out with the El Moro. And one of the things they didn't like was how that handle curved down like that. So you can see it's basically the same knife with the El Moro, but the butt end of it's not extended down the way it was. Other than that, it's pretty much the same knife.
Nice.
Tom, that knife reminds me of the Gerber Easy Out.
Okay.
It really does remind me of that.
Gerber Easy Out.
This is the knife I was talking about, the Spyderco.
Oh, yeah, those are Italian. Yeah, those are Italian. They
Spyderco
just
pits.
recently released those.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Thank you, William. That's the Easy Out.
So it's like ATS 34.
Those knives are
Nice.
I use this one for the longest time. Great for cutting straps, pallet straps, those nylon things, because the serration starts getting it, and then you can
heavy
cut with the other end. It's lightweight, non-reversible clip though. You're stuck with it's a back lock. Yeah, that was my carry for the longest time. Gotta look look at the chat. See what's happening in the
Hey,
chat.
Forrest. But yeah, speaking of knives for next year, I did get this honey badger recently, and I think I'd like to get some more. I really enjoy this knife, and I think it's really awesome. So,
Honey badger don't care.
That's right. The honey badger don't care. It'll cut through whatever you got to need cutting. But they do make some G10 handle scales for it. So I wanted to get some different handle scales for this one, but I wanted to get another couple of them that have different blade shapes, because they offer, I think, like 6 or 8 different blades. And so I really enjoy this knife. It's just a lot of fun. And then I don't know, really, I don't really have a lot of plans set out for next year. I'm kind of a take it as it comes, knife collector. Although I would like to get some more cases, and I definitely would like to get one of the Makos, because I don't have one. So that's definitely on my list.
I think for me, I'm going to try and get a large Stockman in crimson jigged bone. I really want to get one of those.
Yeah, I don't have a Stockman
nice.
case. There's a few patterns that I don't have, like the Peanut.
Yeah.
I saw a Peanut for like, I think it was Smoky Mountain had it for like 45 or something like that.
Yeah. What do you got there, Tom?
This is the Buck Folding Alpha Hunter. I don't think they're in production anymore, but it's a liner lock, but it has very, very smooth action. It weighs almost 8 ounces, so it's a chunk. This isn't for a backpacker looking to save ounces.
Wow.
But I'll tell you,
Ramweenies.
it's got great ergonomics to it, and you really know you're holding the knife when you hold it, because it's got that weight to it. So. And then, of course, they made it so you can. It's meant for skinning and cleaning and that, so you can clean it out.
Zombie. I found Zombie Nick.
Zen, I'm going to have to look at that in Micarta. I'm going to have to look at that in Micarta. I've been tempted, but Micarta is just so in, and it's kind of oversaturated a little bit for me. And so I go for stuff that has Micarta in it.
Knife companies do that. They'll get hooked on a particular pattern, a material, and they'll just run with it until we get tired of it. Just like D2. Everybody was like, oh, great, D2. And then everything had D2.
Well, that's because they buy it by the pallet.
Not even D2, but like, yeah.
Also, I think 2022
yeah, but Boker
year,
recently released a
2022
lot of
was the year of the button knife, button lock.
Yeah. Well, Boker released a bunch of traditionals that are using copper bolsters, and I think they're a little late to the game, to be honest.
Here's another, since we were doing Gerbers. Another one carried this stuff. Bolt action. We had this. It's kind of like an axis lock before there was an axis lock. But it doesn't really use. It uses like a little piston back here. Well, we can't really see it. No pocket clip.
One of the really interesting knives, RJ, I think you would enjoy if you could get one. But it was a Camillus lever knife. It's basically a hunter, like a Buck 110, but it uses a lever system to open the blade. And I was doing some research on it, and they call it the toilet knife because the lever looks like the toilet flusher. And I just, for the life of me, I can't find one. But RJ, if you can find one, I think you'd love it. It's got a beautiful clip blade on it, and it's really unique.
It's probably a lot like that Mannix or Mantis knife that I had, the one that's really steampunk looking.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So that reminded me of the toilet handle now that you said it.
Yeah. Oh, what you got? Oh, that's the Buck one. No, Buck. Oh, that's their moose, isn't it?
Moose.
No, this is their muskrat.
Oh,
This is
interesting.
the 313. But Buck did their muskrats a little different because instead of
Wow.
having 2 clip blades, they have 1 clip and 1 spay.
Huh.
Mm,
Leave it to them to confuse everybody.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
the American way.
That's right.
Yeah. Be on a trivia thing. Name this pattern. Everybody'd say muskrat or
Moose.
moose
Yeah.
pattern.
That's
Wrong.
That's
Wrong.
the blade coming out of the wrong end. Yeah.
Since we're talking about hunters, I had to show this one every episode, every live, right, Gary?
There you go.
That's nice.
The
I think I
Kershaw
put mine away.
field
I
knife.
put
You
mine
did
away.
finally. I have to pull it out every live because everybody asked me about it. But since we're talking about hunters, let's go ahead and go with a good one. A nice blast from the past. I guess Mac Tools sold this knife too.
Okay.
Some people were saying that they got it off of the Mac tool truck. But since CB is here, another nice hunter is this Bear & Sons Skinner, which has an orange and black handle. You can kind of see the orange
Oh
color
yeah.
in that, which is nice. So this is their version of the sharp finger, and really an awesome knife. I like this one a lot. So
Is that Berenson?
yeah, this is the Bear & Sons.
Oh yeah.
They're
Got that.
about $5 or $6 more than a one of the old timer models, but very much worth it. And I like their handle too.
Hmm.
So it's very comfortable in hand. And they have a nice 90-degree plunge line there on the end of it, where the old timers got a little bit of a recurve going down into there. It's not, their plunge line isn't as defined as it is on the Bear & Sons. So cool little
Oh, nice.
changes.
I had one of those bucks. Those are really nice if you can find them.
Yeah,
Oh,
this
yeah.
is the 703 Colt. So it's a, I don't know, medium-sized stockman, a gentleman stockman almost. Got the slanted bolsters to it. And I just remembered, and help me out here, the sheep's foot on bucks. Bucks, at some point, they moved their sheep foot out so that it's out on the edge here, because they found that was the most common blade used. So it gave you better access to it.
I think they had a 7 that you said that's the 703.
Yes.
I think they did 701, 702, and 703. I can't remember, but I think a video where they had the 2 blade, the 1 blade, and then the stockman.
Yeah,
And
I've got
I think it was 701, 702, and 703.
Let me look and see here. I know I've got the 709. So that first one was called.
Thanks, JW.
And this one's called the Yearling,
Ah,
and it's a little smaller, 2-blade.
Yeah,
That's nice.
yeah, that's the one.
And I think I've got another one in here. I'll look. I was fortunate. I met a man locally here, and he had bought out a whole case or a buck knife display from a hardware store that didn't want the knives anymore. So I was able to get a lot of new old stock knives.
Ooh.
Awesome.
Now they came with a price, so
Of course.
Now those sound like great stocking stuffers for the chat.
I'll send pictures. No, they are beautiful knives. It's a shame they don't make them anymore.
it's a knife I bought twice by accident.
I think we all.
I thought, oh, I need to get that. I need to get that. You idiot! You just bought it.
Those are
I had
happy
a-
mistakes.
I thought I had another 700 series, but I guess I don't.
Well, then, here's that folding hunter from that North American Hunting Club
Yeah, that's a
and
nice
it's
one.
got a nice orange and black handle
Oh yeah, those are
on
good.
it too. I got this off of eBay.
That
Really,
looks like a big one.
it is. It's a really large knife because there's the handle. It's coming out.
Which
My
one's
hand.
that, RJ?
This is a folding hunter that was made for the North American Hunting Club, and they had a bunch of these on eBay. They weren't that much money.
I think they're like $20. I've seen a few.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really a nice knife. They were made by Right Edge.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're actually not bad quality. Really a nice knife. Really unique. Has a really neat little shield on it. If you remember their logo, it had an eagle holding a rifle and a bow. So, really kind of a cool piece of history there. And then it's got the NAHC is on the tank stamp. So, kind of a cool knife.
I feel like that'd be a great camping knife. I know it's probably a little heavy, but it's something you can definitely do a lot of chores with while camping.
It's not heavy at all, Mark. It's actually yeah. It's large but light. We got a dinosaur down. Dinosaur down.
Peppy went
down.
down. I
There's a
flipped
flag
and
on
he
that
went
flag.
over. Peppy took one to the head. He's still smiling. He's all right.
Okay, good. Just rub some dirt on it. You'll be fine.
Yeah. Walk it off.
That's it. Just walk it off. Yeah, and KJ had a old folding hunter that he used all the time and gave it to the boys. Awesome.
These Rough Rider liner lock ones are not bad. They're folding hunter, but you got a pretty good sized blade. This one's got a little bit of it's rubbing on the liner a bit.
Yeah.
It's got one of those big funky.
Well,
It's like a $1.10 size.
Yeah.
about 3-4 years ago, I was in an antique store and saw one of the Case full-size folding hunters.
Oh,
And I
they're
think they wanted
expensive.
$50 for it, and I'm like, wow, that's a lot of money for a knife. And
Yeah.
but it was an
Double
old
that.
one, and once I realized what that was, I went back to get it, and it was gone. So
I
I
remember
learned my
Knife
lesson.
Detector. Knife Detector had one, and he bought it for like 20 or something bucks, but the
Wow.
blades were completely shot. I mean, like they were gone.
Mhm.
Somebody used it every single day, and I've been thinking about getting one, but the thing is, I feel like either way you hold it, the second blade is going to affect your grip. It gets in the way of the handle and the grooves. And I feel like a single bladed one, just like RJ showed, is much better in the hand.
Mhm.
Yeah, I haven't held one of the Case folding hunters, the large ones, the two-bladed ones. But I heard from Gizmo Carr, he was saying that he preferred the Panama Trapper to the large Case hunter. So,
Really,
yeah, two knives I
Oh.
don't have any experience
Interesting.
with.
I've got a Panama Trapper if you'd like to see it.
Let's see.
Yeah, I like that Panama Trapper. That's a next year list knife also there, Mark.
There you go.
Yeah.
RJ, are you still hot on Finch?
I'm sorry, say that again?
Are you still going after Finch knives?
I have just one Finch knife. I don't know if I'll go
Nice.
for any others at the moment. I have the Roadrunner, and that one I wanted because I wanted a Finch, but then also the Roadrunner is my spirit animal. So
I used to live
Tom-
on Roadrunner Lane.
oh, there
Tom,
you
that
go.
looks like a back pocket to me.
Almost. It's a full size knife.
Wow.
It's much bigger than a regular trapper.
Yeah.
That's a Tony Bowes design, though, isn't it?
I believe it is. Yes.
This is
Yeah.
one of my favorite Finches. The
Oh
Harvester.
wow! Look at that, man. That looks like a rope knife, man.
It does.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
This
the
is-
Harvester.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's my favorite of the Finch.
Yeah.
Would that be called a ram's foot?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, it looks like a ram's foot to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that's nice.
That is very nice.
Yeah, the devil's finger is good.
I love
Rock
the yellow
Frog.
bone scales too.
Mm-hmm. Wow. I've never really gotten attracted to them because the shield on the
Panama
bone.
neckties.
You would
prefer
think
it to
you
be
would
solid
because you're
bone.
a watch person, a watchmaker, because
Yeah.
it glows in the dark.
Right.
Oh. I didn't know they glowed.
Yeah, it glows. It's
But does she-
luminescent.
Does she know that, Zen? You know.
This is another favorite finch. This is
Nice.
the holiday.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Holiday.
especially that handle. That was my
Yeah.
favorite.
The white
Finch.
bone.
Yeah, the
Was
white
that
bone
white
is
bone like that? That
really
was a
sweet.
perfect one.
Mm,
That's nice, Gary.
very nice.
They sold out of those pretty quick. You couldn't
And those
get
Yeah,
that
I
option.
154
think
cm, right?
I don't think they do
154?
the white bone anymore, but you can still get in wood and micarta. And
Yeah.
stuff like that. JB, if JB's here, he would know because he's got all the finches.
Well, does anyone like doctor's knives?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
I like the one I have.
I love the Rough Rider smoker's knife, actually.
Oh,
Oh,
I
yeah.
saw that the other day, and I almost
Yeah.
ordered it.
I
Yeah.
love that one, but you've got to modify the picker just a little bit.
Do
I
you?
mean, when I'm smoking my pipe, it just doesn't do a very good job scraping. So
Uh-huh.
you kind of got to sharpen it a little bit. But
Right.
boy, that sheep's foot blade on that, fantastic for pipe smoking. Really cleans out the bowl nice.
Wow.
You got to
They've
get it.
They've got two versions. They've got the old version in like tobacco bone, and then they've got I think it's the Wasp series.
Yeah, yes. I had the tobacco bone, and man, it's a beautiful caramel. Beautiful
Yeah.
color.
Mark, I do have one of the old K Woodies, but I don't know where it's at right now. But it's missing the little disc on the pommel there, the little tamper. It's
Oh,
missing
the
that.
tamper.
But
I had one
it's the old
years
K Woody.
ago, and it was made out of sterling silver,
Mhm.
and the tamper had a shamrock on the bottom.
Oh, neat.
It was absolutely beautiful. It was German carbon steel, had a beautiful picker, and I don't know where it went, but man,
Yeah.
it was beautiful.
Yeah.
Yep, that's a nice one, Tom.
Now these
Very
are-
nice.
These two are buck. This is brown bone and the green bone. These
Really
are,
like the green.
yeah, made over in China. But I think they did a real good job. I've been wondering now, if you take the spatula away and make it a single bladed, it's not really a doctor's knife, even though they call it that. But I was thinking how much thinner it would make this knife. And I've been thinking about getting one of just single bladed doctor's knives. And I think that would make a nice everyday carry with that very nice long slender spear point blade to it.
Yeah, I think you're right, Tom.
I feel like they make a great office carry too.
I would think so. Almost like a gentleman's knife.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah, I have only the Queen doctor's knife, and I enjoy it.
I was really impressed with those queen knives. I really like the bone on them.
It's what's it called? Saw cut bone. It's
Yes.
Yes.
pretty nice.
Are we going to test some hobo armor there?
There we go.
You know that
okay,
Derek is
that's
old.
what you meant about hobo armor.
There you go.
didn't know, Gary? Yeah, Gary had a post on Instagram.
Hobo
where
stew, yeah.
Yeah, he made hobo stew, and somebody said, "Did you actually make it with hobos?"
Yeah.
And I replied back that it's hard to find a high quality hobo to throw into your stew. And I said, because William has to deal with armored hobos, I thought that that might be why it's so hard to get them.
Wait, you know what? That's a good idea. So if you had to go on like a trip or travel cross country, and you had to go not light with like a fixed blade, but you could only take like a folder, what would you take?
So which folder would we take on a trip across country? Is that your question?
Yeah.
If I only had one, I'd take a buck 112.
There you go.
That's a
Yeah,
good one,
buck
Tom.
112. It would be nice.
That's
Yep.
good.
How about you, William?
Huh.
Take-
I'm not usually
I would
good with
probably
those.
take a bigger knife and like a more robust knife, but that's me.
Why would we only want to take one?
I guess it'd be the
think-
one.
I think William would have a piece of luggage for everything.
Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't narrow it down. Probably, because of the different laws and everything throughout the states, it'd have to be something, non-offensive.
Oh, yeah. I think for me, it'd actually be a case trapper. I'd probably just take this. It takes care of a lot of jobs. It's tough enough. And
Yeah.
if it ever loosens up, you could just peen this down just a little bit.
I can never do those, when they say, if you could only take one knife or you could only take
Right.
this. Man, I'm going to be the guy where the house is on fire and I'm running back in, not to save the cat or anything, but to save the knives.
There you go.
There's my knife in there. We got
Yeah.
all the animals out. I'm not worried about the animals.
Yeah, Jeroen says if he was carrying only one knife, that's because somebody robbed him of at least 2 or 3.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you, Mark. A full-size trapper is a great choice. A locking knife, like the Buck 112, is a great choice.
Mhm.
Definitely, those are definitely great knives to
That's a
take.
great 2 carry trip knives, like trapper and then the 112.
Oh yeah, because that would take care
Yeah,
of
there's a
everything.
pipe
that you
doctor.
need.
Mine's hiding somewhere.
I found it there, Mark. There's the K Woody.
There you go.
But
Nice.
it's missing the little tamper on it. But
Uh,
I got this in one of those knife lots, and I don't know if this. And the lighting is terrible here; you can't see, but it's got patina on the handle.
mhm.
I don't know if it's aluminum. I don't know what it's made of. I just left the patina on it.
Wow. It's really nice. Those are so useful though. Like the pick is really useful if you can get it thin enough, you can reset your router with it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Definitely something we got to worry about. Yeah, Frog, I'm the same way. I rotate almost all of my knives. I only have a few that are actually safe queens, but not many.
Oh, yeah, you have to after a while.
Yeah.
You know
I
what?
only have one safe queen, but that's the recent knife I bought because I can't decide if I'm going to keep it, so I keep it safe.
Right.
I'll
Absolutely.
carry it, but I've not done any heavy cutting with it because even cardboard, I haven't cut any cardboard with it.
Some
Yeah.
of my oldest knives, like this the first knife they ever bought, it's like a safe queen because I've got so many other knives
Yeah.
that I could use that I don't want to risk. And it's got a weak, mainspring. This is just an old Saber made in Japan, but that's what we had when getting knives and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't carry
$5.
the 1050 anymore, but I consider that like a classic safe queen because I had
Yeah.
it so long.
Yeah.
I don't
Mhm.
really take it out of the house either. I just kind of keep it in
I
the
mean,
house.
but it doesn't look like a safe queen because the blade is all scarred up.
Yeah.
And this was my dad's when he got back from Vietnam in '64. It's got I think it's a
Oh, nice.
Imperial.
Nice.
Yeah.
64. But this one is also like a safe queen because, it can't be replaced. I could buy another one like it, but not one that my dad, had. These
I
are
have
just marbles.
my grandfather's Texas Jack case, and then
Yeah.
I have my grandfather's Texas Jack, my father's trade old timer. I think it's called it's the largest Stockman they made, and then I have my Vanger that I carried all through high school and college. So I have 3 generations of knives that I'm able to say I have.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think the largest Schrade or old timer Stockman was the 08, right, Mark?
Mhm. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
That's it. Yep.
Yeah. So the 08 is a great one. That one's on my list also. I love large Stockman. That would also be a great cross country knife. But I
Mhm.
have to thank you in particular, Mark, for introducing me to the Case Texas Jack, because I love that knife.
Oh, those are fantastic knives.
Yeah, I
Very-
really like that a lot.
Very under.
Oh,
Did you get your?
Dino down.
Oh, there you go, Dino.
They're getting knocked around.
We're gonna have to
This
have a
is
bell for each time they get hit.
Yeah, right.
Those,
Hey yo.
those dinos are tough, though.
This is what they call like a Texas
Nice,
Stockman.
JJ. Yeah, the Texas Stockman, that's a good one too.
They're pretty big, Rough Rider.
Jerome,
Yeah.
that's awesome. That's really cool that you're able to give your sons your knives and use your father's knives. But man, that's really cool. Hopefully they don't lose them.
Hey,
I
Gizmo.
was thinking, Mark, you said you don't like this badge. This is a little bit different. This one doesn't glow in the dark,
Oh, okay.
so it's kind of a fancier badge on the Finch knife. This is on the 1929. I believe this was
Oh wow, that's a
original.
good blade.
Original knife they did, and they didn't bother with the fancy
19
glow job.
I'm gonna have to check that one out.
Yeah, it's the 1929. It's
Yeah.
small, but it's a nice knife.
I like that one because it reminded me of a Barlow, was what it
Yeah.
reminded me of. You know,
Yeah, with the
Very
edge
much
and
so.
stuff.
and
But I don't know what they call this blade shape, or if this is a traditional blade shape. I don't know.
it's looks like it's kind of a clip point or a modified clip point to me.
Yeah.
Looks like something from a cotton sampler.
Yeah.
a little bit. Yeah.
Tom, is that a trapper you got?
No, this is a medium Texas Jack.
Oh, okay.
Huh.
Very nice.
It's bone. They call it what is it? Violet, ultraviolet dye on it with white bone.
Yeah. And Mimo wants you to send him a bowl of your stew, Gary.
Now that would be rotten by the time it got to him, unless I somehow vacuum packed it or something.
Hey, hello, Stuff We Do. Glad you're here. Glad you were able to make it.
This
Good
is
evening.
one of my favorite Finches because I like the placement on the handle of the badge.
That's very unique.
Yeah. And you
Oh.
dyed that one, right?
Oh yeah.
Nice.
It was originally yellow, and they said it was based on a fishing lure, so I had to like give it a fishing lure type dye job. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
I'm
the
seeing-
Runtley.
I'm seeing a little bit of a common thread here, Gary. Seems like you kind of like that rope knife, ram's foot type blade.
yeah,
Whoa.
Yeah. That's nice.
Yeah, Mimo says he's fine with old stew. No problem there. And Gizmo asked if anybody has any Condor knives. I don't.
oh, I don't.
Condor, I've been curious about Condor. They have a folder that I've been looking at with micarta on one side and then a frame lock on the other. But what's really interesting is that frame lock has a step in the interface where there's a little bit of a intersection here between the frame and then the lock, and it's supposed to be able to take on more weight.
Huh.
So, and they use 1095 in a folder that's a modern folder. So I'm interested in it, but it's about $100 though.
Yeah,
I've seen a lot of their fixed blades, but I didn't know they made folders too.
Yeah,
I didn't either.
yeah,
that
it's
sounds
very
great.
interesting.
Yeah.
Here's the only Condor I've got.
Oh, there you go.
Uh-oh. Dino
It's
down.
not a lock, JW. It's not a lock bar stabilizer. It's actually a very small interface where the lock bar goes into the handle, and it's like a little cutout. And then when there's pressure put on the back of the lock, it will compress into the handle. So then it actually stabilizes the lock when you put force going downward on the lock.
Very interesting.
Very unique. It's supposed to add like 150 pounds of additional ability to hold force against it.
Well, that's cool. Yep. Here's a another black and orange knife. This is a Spyderco Delica. Also another good. If you only had one to take cross country, this would definitely do a good job of that.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. Is that a lock back or a liner lock?
It's the
Oh,
back,
it's a lock
like,
back.
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah,
Lock
mid-lock.
mid-lock.
Yeah.
It has with the little what is it? The boy.
Boyd.
Yeah.
I'll see your
BB10.
Spyderco and raise you a $112. There you
There
go.
you go.
Oh. There you go. Yeah, that's a good one there.
This
William.
is one I don't break out all on, but this is my Bear Hunter. And this one was given to me for my 16th birthday by my aunt. Now, I think it's made in Pakistan, but it's not bad. It's not bad.
Gary, Zen would like to see the holiday again.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm trying to. I miss the chat all the time.
It's okay. I'm trying to keep up with everything.
Yeah, I can't even see the chat unless I block all the other videos.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no problem. We'll just all show some knives. It's cool.
Yep.
I think JW, I think the Delica 3 had the swedge, not the swedge, the hollow grind. And then the Delica 4 is now flat. And I think the hollow grind looks more aesthetically pleasing than anything else.
And this is the only probably Finch I ever add a lanyard to.
Yeah. KJ, if you want to see the
Don't
Rat
understand.
1 and the Rat 2, JW Greenbaum shows them almost every video because they're his reference knives for size and for and those are also the knives that he likes to recommend to everyone if they're a beginning knife person.
Yeah, those are good.
Yeah.
RJ and William and Gary and Mark, I'm going to have to take off.
Okay.
This is Knife Delights, something about spending time with her or so. I don't get that concept. You know how it is, guys. But,
Happy wife, happy life.
that's right. That's right. It's RJ once again. It's been fun.
There you go.
And guys have a lot more fun here, and I'll catch the rest
Hey,
of the
Tom.
show later. Yes.
Tom,
Yes.
you know what will make your wife happy is if you buy another knife.
You know what?
Yeah.
I bought her a Buck Bantam with the orange blaze, and it's the second to the smallest size, the one without the pocket clip. And she loves that knife because she loves the ergonomics and it's lightweight. And I have bought more expensive knives and nicer knives to get her to carry. And she's like, nope. I like
No going back.
So hey, if she's happy with it, she's happy with it.
That's
There
right.
you go.
So anyway, yep. And to everybody in the chat, I've been watching. Hello, everybody. But I do have to say goodbye. So take care, everyone. Have a delightful day.
Okay, take care.
All
Tom.
right.
All right.
too.
Have a good one.
Take care.
Yep.
Okay.
I think that's the best advice is to buy a new knife and show your wife and say, "Hey, got a new one."
Yeah, you liked that, right?
Yeah.
They
Most
must have
women
misdelivered another
do not
knife
get
to my
knives.
house again.
Yeah.
But occasionally you come across
I
something.
only
that
I
you
just
love.
say, "Hey, this company sent me a knife to review."
Yeah.
Oh, nice, nice. I've been really wanting to get the reserve Barlow that they
Yeah, I want to
recently
get
put
that
out.
one also.
That spear point blade is gorgeous. Oh, it's gorgeous. But I actually recently picked up Frost knives Barlow for like $15. And the bolster on that is the same length, I want to say, as some of the higher end Boker knives. And it's just beautiful how much bolster you get out of it.
I think the most impressive knife that Rough Rider released was the Apta line. I love the Apta line.
Yeah, I was just looking at those stuff. I think Stuff We Do had some of those up.
Oh,
Yeah,
Gizmo, you're wanting to know.
I have 3 of them, and then I believe Knife Detector showed off a couple too. Showed off at least one.
Gizmo. So my favorite Swiss Army knife right now is the Super Tinker. I've had over 100 different Swiss Army knives, and by far this is the best one that I can just carry, use, and abuse. They're cheap enough to warrant replacing, whereas the other Swiss Army knives are getting a little bit more expensive even today. So for me, this is the one I go for if I need to carry a Swiss Army knife nowadays.
And what is it about the Super Tinker that makes it that, you know, user friendly, or what's the features on it you love?
Well, for me personally, really like the scissors, but I like having a saw, but honestly, I'll use it once a month. And if I have a nail file or a file, I use that maybe a few times in the day, but it just doesn't warrant adding on another $10 for just one more feature. And I have had so many people say, you need to get the compact. And I'm like, well, the compact doesn't have a sacrificial tool. Like I could sacrifice this tool and abuse it, but the compact's too simple. But then having the screwdriver on the back here, you can get a lot of torque out of it. Too simple. But then so for me personally, I think this is a great choice. And abuse it, you can get a lot of torque out of it. Too simple. But then so for me personally,
Echo.
Yeah. J.O., do you have
yeah, a lot of echo there.
on your side?
I shut off my Zoom so there won't be an echo anymore.
There you go. Good man.
If you get one of these little clip things, you can carry a bigger sack on your belt. I have like a web belt, you know, like a BDU belt. This thing just clips right in there, and you never notice it. And when I need it, you know, this little lanyard, I just pull it out by that.
Hey, JW.
Yeah, Jerome, you're right. It doesn't have a saw. It does not have a saw, but that's okay for me.
Yeah, the Ranger that you sent me, Mark. You
Yeah.
actually did a good thing because you put another key ring on the little key ring that's on the end, and then what I'll do is I'll hook a carabiner to like my belt loop, and then that basically allows it to dangle at the edge of my pocket, so it's in my pocket, but then it's attached to that carabiner, and then that's, you know, very comfortable way to carry it. And I never thought I'd like to carry a larger
Yeah, that's a good way to do it.
Swiss Army knife, but that's good. And then if it ever fails for any reason, it would drop in my pocket, you know, because it's not on the outside of the pocket. So just that top, you know, like half inch or whatever of the knife is out of my pocket.
Usually you can get something simple.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And you can just clip it onto your belt loop.
Yeah, that would work.
A clip, aftermarket clip that works with a sack.
Yeah, they do make aftermarket ones.
Yeah, that's what I use.
JO has one.
Yeah, I love these. I like these a lot. These are tech clips, and
they come in like a 2-pack.
Yeah, they come in a 2-pack for like $7.
Yeah,
and I use them all the time for my Victorinox. This is my compact. Trying to find my camera here.
just remember, if you don't have a saw on your Victorinox, whenever you have to saw your arm off because a log fell on it, or you got trapped.
Like that hiker that got his.
Yeah,
I got that.
What is that?
Oh, God.
127 hours or something like that.
Yeah.
And then Gizmo's reminded us about the fire ants and the firefly tools. I think that's the stuff that goes into the corkscrew
Oh yeah,
tinder things and the little
Mhm.
fire makers and stuff.
yeah. You
Those
can
are
get them.
always
The
handy.
They
ferro rod,
replace.
yeah, the ferro rod goes in the scale. I've seen those. Those are really useful.
They have another one where this is a little tiny ferro rod. I mean,
Yes.
this thing. And like what?
Mhm.
And they have it. One goes down here, and one goes up here.
Yeah. Which is kind of cool.
This is the Farmer X
Yeah.
ALOX. I just
Oh yeah,
love-
they got a saw.
Mhm.
yeah, they got a saw and the scissors, but it's huge. I mean, you have a hard time carrying this, in your pocket.
Is
But
that
it has the really
3-layer or 4-layer knife?
It's a 4-layer,
Yeah.
4-layer ALOX.
Yeah, they're hefty.
But I made this belt sheath for it.
Yeah,
And
so
it's
that's
a
nice.
friction belt sheath, so it goes in there.
This
Goes on-
guy kept calling a hunter, but it's actually I think a camper because it's got the saw. It has all the other normal.
Yeah, if it's got the corkscrew, that's a camper, and then if it
Yeah.
has the Phillips, it's the hiker.
They got so many names.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I have a hard time remembering them all.
Yeah, I think KJ was asking about some of the slips I make, and
Yes.
Here's a couple that I make, and then I make some side draw sometimes. I made this one.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's got a trapper in it. It's got an Ozark Trail trapper in it. So, but it's a pretty cool one. And this, these are cheap, but my gosh, they're really
But
nice
suck.
for the money. For the money, I mean, I'm just so impressed.
Which one is that, Jo?
That is the Ozark Trail large trapper that they
Can I
sell.
see the
Sold
spade
last
blade on
year.
that?
What's that?
He wants to see the spade blade.
I want to see the spade blade because I've seen those and I've just. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that is a nice one.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
really great, Mark. And it was like $5 or whatever. And then right now you
Yeah, you
have
can't
to
beat it.
go. You have to go check out this one. Let me go find it here real quick.
Yeah.
Jolly Peanut had it on his channel, but it's an access lock.
Oh,
Nice.
Is that an
Six
Ozark
balls.
Trail knife?
That's an Ozark Trail.
Yeah.
Wow.
and I wonder
wow.
If they haven't already started to do it, always at Christmas time is when they start putting out those 2 and 3 packs, that aren't expensive. So
Yeah, look at this.
yeah,
Mhm.
that's awesome.
I've been
Okay,
fidgeting
so
with
that
this
right
thing forever.
is a perfect knife. That's a perfect knife to give somebody that's not into knives. Right now,
Yes.
like you just give it to them, say, "Hey, there you go. If you like that lock, you can bump it up to another type of knife." But that's
Yeah.
great. Wow.
Oh,
know they
it's
made that
amazing, Mark. And so, Mark, I was going to ask you, do you still have the pheasant? You don't have to answer it if you don't
The
want to.
pheasant.
The Winger pheasant.
The pheasant. Oh, the Wenger pheasant. No, I actually ended up selling it. So that one was a very unique knife, and it was a very hard one to find. But I had so many people inquiring about it to buy it and collectors that I don't have it anymore. And I've had a lot of people ask me, well, you need to do more Army knife videos or more Swiss knife videos. And I want to, but these things are going up in price even on the used market. And it's so hard to justify $50 for something I
Yeah.
have to spend like 5 hours restoring and then making a video on and then having to resell. And I've almost covered everything I want to Swiss Army knife wise. Swiss Army Grizz has a few things that we might be able to work out, like sending over to me to review and maybe do a historical perspective on. But when it comes to spending money on Swiss Army knives, it's really hard to justify nowadays, especially when I'm into stuff like a Malibu or Chris Reeve or getting back into Case. So
Yeah.
the pheasant, though, if you can find one, get it. Get it. It's a wonderful little carry.
KJ was wondering how much your slips cost, Jo.
You know, I don't have a price structure that's like set in stone. But KJ, if you want to reach out to me, I'd be glad to talk to you. And typically, when I do a slip, I need the knife. You know, if I'm going to fit it custom, you know, I need to have it sent to me. Unless I have one, I did one for JW here recently, and he wanted it for a Spartan. Well, I had 3 Tinkers, so I did.
Oh, there
one.
you go. Yeah.
I used the Tinker as my guide, and I constructed one for him. Here's one I've been working on these recently. They're very similar, you know, to some of the others. And then I did a Zippo slip.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yeah, it's wet formed to a Zippo, and so it turned out great. And then I don't know, I did a video on this, but this is a vertical sheath, and it's for the knife that I traded with North Star Knife Reviews.
Nice. That's beautiful. That's really beautiful.
Yeah, it's just on the back there.
If you speak to Swiss Army Grizz, Mark, next time, tell him to send me some stickers. He said that he would send me some stickers, but that was like 2 months ago.
Oh, he's been very busy. I've been very impressed with what he's doing. He's able to take apart Swiss Army knives, and I've been debating on getting into that, but it's just so much time involved in it.
Yeah, KJ, just reach out to me via email, and we can talk about it. I'm not familiar with that particular model, but if I have it, then I can do something with it. And I've been doing some trades, but I will probably have to have a little bit of cash for, you know, for expenses. Here's one I did, very small one. That's a Pocket Pal, and
Very
then I've
nice.
got that wet formed in there, so in orange thread. And then you can't see it, but this has turkey tracks
Oh, nice.
on there, so stamped into the leather, but it's hard to see with this lighting.
Those are some cool Barlows you're showing there, William.
I was digging out a box of Barlows.
Yep, nothing wrong with that. That's for sure.
This is the one that Sue Chicken told me about, Blade Matrix, when they were doing those new old stocks, and they were supposedly going out of sale, but I think they're still in business. But man, you could get these things cheap,
Mm.
and it's
Pick
not
this
patterns that you normally see.
Yeah. Was
Picked
that a
this little
number?
guy up yesterday.
Six?
This is a Opinel number 4
Oh, it
carbon,
was number 4. Yeah.
Oh, those are cool.
and then I've got a little slip for it.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, I love
Yeah,
Opinel.
this is like a laser. I mean, you know, $13 or $12 or whatever.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
just
The
really
Opinels
cool
are such
little
great
thing.
slicers. That is such a great knife.
You know what's surprising? The Opinels are really popular with model makers because they cut through foam very easily.
Oh, really? Wow. That's
I
interesting.
found that out working with one. He's the best for this. And I'm like, wow, I have one. He's like, yeah, we use it almost exclusively.
That makes sense.
Here's my modified number 7.
Oh, nice, nice.
It has an Ozark Trail clip on it. And
Yeah.
it's been stained, baked in the oven with olive oil,
Nice.
and
Delicious.
but it's kind of cool.
What temperature and how long?
I don't know. I watched it on some video somewhere.
Okay.
Garlic seasoning.
Decided to do it.
Yeah.
Just to see what my wife was like. What are you doing? I'm using your cookie sheet to bake a Opinel in the oven. She's like, okay.
She's just walking out like, man, you really have gone crazy for
Yeah.
knives. You're wanting to eat them.
I need some more iron in my diet.
I ran across a Wenger Master Fisherman.
Oh, nice.
in excellent condition.
80s.
I think so. It's got the let's see if I can get it out.
Oh, no, that's going to be very late 70s.
Yeah, I think it might be. And then it's got this over on this side.
Yeah. Very late 70s.
The late 70s. Okay, you would know.
Actually, yeah, I'm going to even say maybe mid 70s because the shield looks painted.
Yeah, and it even has the ring still on it.
Very nice. And the springs on the back are a dead giveaway as well. If they're a little flatter and higher up, then that's going to be an earlier knife. But yeah, that's probably very late 70s.
It's got the cam.
Very nice.
Yeah. This is a nice one.
Yep, I see
Thank
your
you, TB.
Sockbuster Williams, and
Yeah.
Williams had to get mine out too because I had it's another one of my orange knife collectors or collection pieces.
Ooh, Hoffritz. There you
Yeah.
go.
This is a Hoffritz Pocket Pal.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I restored one years ago, and finding the open rivet knives are getting harder and harder. Like I said, these vintage Swiss Army knives are going higher and higher in price.
Yeah. Yeah, I cleaned it up. It was very dirty. It was in at a pawn shop in a $5 to $10 bucket.
Wow, there you go.
I paid like $5 for it, something like that. I saw that and I was like, I think I'll take this one.
And I'll give you 10.
No, I didn't say that, but probably should have. But I did find they had a case in there in the $5 bucket, and I told them about it, and they really appreciated that. So
I would have took that and the Wenger for $10.
Yeah.
Well,
You're
I do
a
a lot
better
of
man than all of us.
I do a lot of trading with them, so
Yeah.
I wanted to maintain a good relationship.
Oh, they.
Yep. Hey Blaze, how's it going? You're driving and you can't chat. That's fine. You can just listen along. Yeah, we're good.
Don't risk it.
Yep. Just listen.
I went on a trip recently and found this.
Oh, yeah.
It's an Elk Ridge lockback. And our traveling knives have been Elk Ridge. So
Yes.
I thought
Now-
this was really cool.
I cannot remember the brand, but it was made in Japan. And that handle is the exact same pattern that Sal Glesser used to model off his first Spyderco knife. And he actually used a lockback with that same handle pattern.
Oh,
and-
cool.
And he then welded the hole on top of it. And I can't remember the name of it, but I think it was Slick Slicers that had that knife and showed it off. And I've been hunting for one for a long time. I believe that knife eventually became the Worker.
Okay. It does, Jero, and it reminded me of the small Rough Rider lockback also.
And you all were talking about hobo knives.
Yeah.
And so I've got just a couple for my father-in-law, but this one is super cool. It comes out.
Oh, wow.
Oh, whoa.
These come
Whoa.
right off.
Yeah.
Sorry, I can't find the camera very well, but
Whoa.
they come right off.
Yeah. Yep. Those camp knives. I think, did you have one, William, or did I saw one on someone's channel that had the camp knives where they come apart?
Yeah, the Ozark Trails one, just a
Yeah.
cheap one.
Cool.
Sweet.
You open the blades and it exposes a pin or something like that.
Right. And it comes all apart.
And my father-in-law gave this to me, and then he's like, I didn't know those came apart like that. I did a video on this. So I do have a video on these, but
Yeah.
Case one's over $100 for their hobo knife.
No. It's too much.
Like, yeah, they
Yeah.
forget what a hobo was. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, you're pretty good off if you can get a case one.
Yeah.
I would love the conversation two hobos having dinner. He's like, "Where the heck did you get a case one?"
Why aren't you riding first class?
Yeah, no kidding.
Hey, you guys, I actually have to go. We've got to go and take care of a few errands, but you all have been fantastic. And RJ, thank you for having me on. It was an absolute pleasure. And you gentlemen have a great rest of your Sunday. And everybody in the chat, thank you so much for joining in.
Okay, well, thank you, Mark.
You
I hope
too.
you'll
Good
come
one.
on again.
Mark, enjoy your
Have a
channel.
great
Thank
rest
you.
of your weekend.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sunday. I used to have a hobo knife that I used when I was in Cub Scouts and stuff, and that my grandpa gave me. And my last move about 2 years ago, somehow it got lost, and it was my oldest knife I had since I was a Cub Scout. And I was pretty mad when it got lost. I think it fell out of a box during the shipping or something. I don't know how it got lost.
Yeah, here's another one. Most of them are made in Japan, I believe. Something like that. But like these, you can't, it's hard to use. Well, I'm going to use the spoon this way, and then I got to turn around to the fork. This doesn't come off of there like the other one. They come off. And so that's much better, I think, design. The other one I had up here.
Yeah.
But they're all cool, I think. And you see them in antique stores and things like that. And,
Right.
I think I saw one recently for $20 in there or something. I was like, I'm not paying $20 for that. But, I have a couple. That's all I need. I'm not really looking at the chat very much here.
Oh,
RJ.
Yeah, I can't even see the chat unless
I know KJ is kind of interested in a slip, I believe. So.
Oh, hello.
Oh, there's JW.
JW.
How you doing, John?
Hey, how are you?
Doing well, thank you. Yourself?
Good. Doing good.
Yep, we're getting some echo, JW. Do you have anything else on? Or
I may have something else on. Are you still getting the echo?
No.
No, there it goes. Okay, it's off.
Okay, good. I think I was just too close to the camera.
Oh, okay.
I've got plenty of stuff, plenty of really interesting stuff that I've found over the past couple of weeks. Thing that I was actually going to show you guys was this. This is a Craftsman Stay Sharp small stockman. Now I know that a lot of we associate Craftsman with Schrade. Well, Craftsman Stay Sharp was actually Camillus, and they were 40s into 50s Camillus. And generally speaking, they are probably some of the best knives that Camillus ever made.
That's a good idea, Gizmo, about reusing the leather from that stuff.
Really wanted to show just this, and also kind of an interesting blade arrangement for a stockman. You've got obviously your clip point, but then and you also got your spay up here. But your other blade right here is a pen blade. So
very nice.
Yeah, JW, this is a Sears jack. This is a Sears jackknife USA, and two-bladed jack.
Very nice.
And I don't know where it came from. I just found it in my fishing gear, and
wow,
I don't know whose it was or anything, but it's very cool.
Yeah, it's a nice one.
Oh, I really like that.
Yeah, it's very cool.
It could be a Schrade. I wonder if, as far as the manufacturer.
I wondered if it was Camillus or Schrade because it's got this long pole.
It's one of the two.
Yeah, so that seems characteristic of either one of those, but I'm not positive.
Here's my other Craftsman. It's a little bit different than this one. Hold on just a moment. Oh, here we are. This is considerably later. This is another Stockman. And it is when Craftsman did that whole ACA Edge thing where they had the micro serrations on it. If you look closely, I hope you can see that. You actually have a match strike pull on there. A long match strike pull. Blades are pretty typical. I mean, your second blade here is your sheep's foot. And of course, you've got your stay right there.
Oh, cool.
Handle covers are Jig Delrin. Sorry, not Jig Delrin, but Delrin. Yeah.
Yeah, John, Jeroen says the last time he went fishing with you, he thinks he left that knife. You might want to get that back to him.
Maybe so. I don't know. I think KJ said something about the size of it. Do you mean of this? This is an OB7.
Yeah, he was thinking that's about the size of a 110, and that's the size of the slip that he wants.
And you mentioned the early Spyderco, the super early Spyderco, where they converted. I'm fairly sure that was something along the lines of a late 70s manufacturer lockback. I can't remember which. And then, of course, their first production knife was, of course, the Worker.
Is that the Black Widow Stockman, William?
Yeah, I put all the Stockmans in one bucket here.
I like the size of the large Stockmans from Rough Rider.
I agree.
William, your dyeing video when you dyed these scales.
Yes,
the sunfish was awesome. I just thought that turned out so great.
Yeah, it turned out better than I thought it would.
Yeah, that was really cool.
I remember we were talking about Doctor's knives earlier. So, Rough Rider Blue Ocean.
Oh, that's awesome, JW.
Right there, just with the.
That's really cool.
The ordinary measuring spoon.
Yeah.
I've also got the Wasp Pipe Doctor. If you want me to grab that one, I think I can. And it is in VG10, apparently, according to the packaging, anyway.
I had seen people dyeing covers before on regular knives, where they take the cover off and they put it in the stuff. And I thought, I wonder if you can do that with a traditional knife. You can't remove the cover, but I wonder if you can it shouldn't hurt it, that as long as you're not going too high of a temperature for too long, it shouldn't hurt heat treat or anything. And I just dropped, it wasn't this one, it was a canoe. I just dropped it in there and I went, wow, it actually does pretty good. And it doesn't rub off like you would think, like a normal dye.
There we are.
Well,
That's
at
very
least
cool.
That was a stainless steel knife, right?
Yes.
So if you drop a
it.
carbon knife in there, it would probably mess it up, right?
I don't know. I haven't.
It would
I
give it
haven't
a
done
weird
it.
patina. I've actually seen some carbon knives that have been dropped in all kinds of solutions. There was, in fact, you can check this. Cedric and Ada Outdoors dropped a K390 Spyderco into a vat of pickle juice, and it turned the blade just this smoky color. It actually was rather attractive. Kind of surprisingly attractive, to be honest.
Yeah, you just got to remember the primary colors and stuff, from high school or something, that green mixed with yellow gives you something different. If you're going to dye, if you're going to change a base color, I just Google it a lot of times and say, okay, if I'm going for red, what would I need to mix with this?
Right.
RJ, you were talking about your Texas Jack.
Yes. Absolutely love those knives.
Yeah. My
just one of
father-in-law
the,
gave me this one too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Is that the biggest size that Case makes? The Texas?
no, it's not.
no.
It's not big knife. It's actually medium-sized knife.
Huh.
But what makes it a Texas
You guys were asking about Gerber bolt
is
actions before.
the square bolsters. That's what makes it a Texas versus the other
Oh,
ones. So
I thought it was just the size.
yeah, so anything with a square bolsters is Texas style in Case, and the rounded ones are their Vaquero ones, I believe. It's like the Stockman and stuff too.
Did you call that square? They call this a Texas.
Yeah, so Texas can be large or
Nice
square.
one, John.
Just to confuse
My
us again.
grandfather's.
Exactly. Case loves to confuse us.
Yeah, this was my grandfather's.
That's beautiful.
Okay, here's a question for the panel from Todd Carr. He has an old timer carving jack that he uses frequently, and it's starting to loosen up quite a bit. To tighten it up, do you guys recommend putting it in a vise or peening hammer to tighten it back up, peening the pin?
I've done both.
I
worked
would
out better?
say, just based on my experience with, because I actually had to do this with my mother's kitchen knives, I would just, I would peen it back into place. If it's a big sport.
I've tried it, but I wasn't very confident in how far I was going to take it, with the knife. So I didn't go very far, but
Yeah.
that's what I've heard is that, kind of pinging it with a leather mallet,
Right.
or something like that. But I've also seen videos where they've used a vise, but I'd be interested in what you all have to say about that.
I have
haven't-
no experience doing
Yep.
it.
I haven't done it either, so I don't know.
I've done it on a doctor's knife, a Rough Riders doctor's knife. It was starting to get side to side blade play. And the first one I did, I tried in this bench vise that I've got over here. I figured if you're going to try to do the pressure, you can regulate it better, with
Yeah.
a vise than you can with a hammer. It depends on your hammer blow, how much
Exactly.
you're going to do on that. But with a vise, you can just slowly do it and then pull it out and see if you've got enough. It's more tedious. If you know what you're doing, you can straighten it up with a couple. Of course, I wasn't protecting them or anything, but I just used a tack hammer. I just set it on the anvil and it just went pow pow. And then of course you're gonna have to shine up your bolsters after that if you're worried about the appearance, because the pin will start showing more. They usually do a pretty good job of polishing the bolster where you
Right.
have a hard time finding out where that pin is at.
Just
Unless
make
you
sure you
look.
sleeve the jaws of the vise.
Yeah. With leather or rubber, anything like
Yeah.
that.
Rubber would be my
I'm
recommendation.
usually rougher with my knives because they're like Rough Riders and stuff. So I skip all that, padding the vise or I usually take care of it with sandpaper.
Let me answer the chat real quick. KJ, yes, I plan on doing a review on that red copper lock pretty soon. I don't know exactly when, but probably this week or next week. Let's see here. Jeroen says he recommends the hammer. Gizmo is saying you can dye plastics. Also, he saw some that are dyed rainbows of different colors. Mimo killed his carbon RR with a hammer and a punch.
Yeah, you
And,
take that into consideration when you're doing that, is that you could mess it up.
And Todd Carr says he attempted to remove the pin and replace it with a bolt and a nut. He wants it more to be functional than pretty. I do know what you mean. But I would say, since it's a Rough Rider, go ahead and try it. And if you mess it up, at least it's not too bad to, replace it. I would be more brave on a Rough Rider than I would say on a Case or something.
Or H1 Evo's custom.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not gonna wouldn't do it on a Tony Bose custom.
Or
Sabenza. Try it on your Sabenza.
Yeah,
find a find an
that's
old
test bed.
find an old knife at a pawn shop or somewhere for
Yeah.
a buck, and that's real loose, and try it on
Right.
that and see what works, and then you're not only out a buck or two or whatever, and then you can go back. So even if you
In
have
all honesty,
a tighter
TSA.
budget.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say, in all honesty, you'll get some souvenir slip joints from those TSA lots for literally less than $1. I mean, that's something that I would practice on. I mean, I wrecked a whole bunch of those when I was practicing sharpening freehand, for instance, before finally getting the hang of it.
I think I did this one right here.
Yeah.
I smacked it with a hammer, and it tightened it up real good. It hasn't. I think the ones that are made better, like case and stuff, they probably use better materials, and so it's not going to come as loose as much. But I used the crap out of this knife, and it took it a while to start loosening up on the blade.
Yeah, you were talking about a copper lock. This is the copper lock I got just recently.
Well, that looks like mine.
Yep, I'll show you the one I just
Oh,
picked.
that's
Video
very
earlier. This one, it's the Atlanta Blade Show.
I think this Rough Rider
Copper lock.
won't ever slip up because it's held together by screws in the
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah.
And see, this one has the Warncliffe blade, John.
Oh yeah, this one does too.
Oh, does it? Nice.
Yeah,
Very
I love
nice.
it. I love
Very
it.
This is, I think, is one of the best shapes they do. I have that other
Mhm.
Warncliffe on the Copperhead, the Vault series, and it
Yeah.
almost looks like a sheep foot. It just comes to the
Yeah.
end and just curves all of a sudden.
I made
Right.
this slip for it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And I've been experimenting with mixing colors of dyes, and this is brown and green together because green on its own is very green. I mean, really green. So
Yeah.
about as green as the Williams dinosaur there. So I had to kind of soften that up just a little bit.
You need to
Yeah.
get some dinosaur stamps so you can make green.
Yeah, I could get dinosaur stamps.
Effie approved.
Right.
I did
Speaking of which,
dog
I've
tracks for
actually getting my
JW.
very first group of stickers on, I believe, Tuesday. There you go.
Yeah, I did
No stickers.
dog tracks on yours, didn't I, JW? On your slip?
Yes, and I really like those.
Yeah.
The actual 4 knives that I'm going to use with your sheath, they just hit New York, ISC New York, so we will be seeing them very, very
Cool.
soon. ISC is customs. Actually, I have 2 Gerbers to show off, although I'm wondering if somebody can tell me in the audience, or perhaps in the chat, who they think designed this knife right here.
I can't tell what the knife is. Is it a traditional?
It is a lockback, although they did make a 2-blade traditional version, which I also have. I'll get it real close.
Maybe K-Bar? I don't know.
Almar. Almar used to work for Gerber.
Oh.
This is the Gerber Silver Knight. As a matter of fact, as I said, there was a non-lockback version. That's this. And as we can see, we've got a half stop there. And it's pretty much just the same deal. It's got that same beautiful lines that we're used to from Almar in the 80s. And we've got the main blade, but we've also got a secondary blade popping out the rear end. Interestingly enough, the secondary blade does not have a half stop.
Gizmo's asking what the handle material is.
Oh, in the case of the lockback, it is ebony, and in the case of this here, this is actual mother of pearl.
Ivory.
And just who is Pearl's mother? There you go. William's got the book on it.
I'm looking for an Almar in here because I know A.G. Russell carries them sometimes.
Almar started out as a Gerber designer, and actually those, while they tend to look the most Almar-ish, they're not the most famous knife that he designed while at Gerber. That would be this. This is the Gerber Magnum Folding Hunter, right here. Again, pre-86 or pre Fiskars, and we have a 440C steel blade right there, very nicely heat treated. It actually took quite a while to get this thing shaved sharp. This would have directly competed with both the Buck 110 and the Buck 112. Probably the 112 a bit more since it's a little bit smaller. Plus, you also have the usual Gerber half stop. For some reason, they would always put a half stop on their locking knives. So, there we are. Really a beautiful knife. Works great. Gerber was still making these things. They wouldn't have the troubles they currently are.
Yeah, they went downhill. Gerber used to be a pretty good company.
They were actually considered better than Buck. I mean, if you look on eBay and you look for Gerber presentation knife, you'll actually find the Folding Sportsman 3 in a whole bunch of presentation models. And I came very close to getting one. I ultimately decided I'd rather have just the plain Jane Folding Sportsman 3. But really, it's a knife you can't go wrong with. It's just gorgeous.
Of course, this one didn't have any Almar knives in it this time.
Oh, well.
Well, here's another black and orange knife, the Cold Steel Broken Skull.
Oh,
There you
I
go.
love that one.
Ooh,
Yep.
that's cool. That's cool, RJ.
Yeah.
I have the Coyote Brown with the black, and that is in, unfortunately, my other room with my other knife case.
Yeah. This is in the CTS XHP.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Definitely-
I've got
definitely,
mine is the S35VN when they
they
actually, I
upgraded.
believe they had a contractual dispute with Carpenter, so that's why they switched to CBM or Crucible.
Yeah. I don't know about all that stuff, but if you follow that stuff more closely, is that your orange Sodbuster, William?
Yeah, it's a GEC 71. It's got gunk on the handle.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I had my Case Sodbuster Junior out.
Is that the quote? Is that the quote unquote Sudbuster, William?
No, I think that's the bullnose that he's got there, JW.
Okay.
Yeah, the GC calls it a bullnose. I think Case is the one that.
No, not
calls them.
Sodbuster. Sudbuster, where they actually have a
Yeah, the-
second
The
attachment
cap
for a
lifter.
bottle opener.
Yeah.
Oh no, this is just a single bladed. Farm and Field, I think.
Yep.
I don't know if you can see the number there.
Very cool.
They're all farm and field. Surprisingly, to a lot of people's surprise, even the Sudbuster was farm and field.
Yeah,
Oh,
and I
that's lovely.
had to have the orange
Yeah.
mini trapper.
That's cool.
out.
2018.
Sharp RJ.
I don't think I have any Halloween knives.
I don't have any orange knives. I was just
Yeah, the
thinking,
case is
I mean,
quite
I
a bit.
have some orange knives.
I
But
actually have a couple orange knives. They're in the other room. One of them is actually the infamous Cold Steel Working Man, which was everyone thought, oh, okay, we're getting another budget knife from Cold Steel. Turned out that it was nothing more than the Cold Steel ProLite, where they rebranded it with Stone Cold Steve Austin and changed the swedge a little bit. Good knife though. I got it on clearance for $29. So
Yeah, and then I got this little MKM knife. I figured with this kind of a carbon jungle fiber or whatever, it kind of looks like a zombie-ish type handle material. Yeah, so I thought that would be a good one
Oh,
too.
that's cool.
It's green and black. But yeah, this is a cool
nice
one.
sheath,
nice.
John.
nice setup.
Yeah, it has jimping way up here at the top, so you can really, bear down on it with your thumb if you really want to
Ooh.
something. Yeah, this would be good for your cardboard slicing there, JW.
I agree.
that's one of the MKM knives.
Yeah, that's the MKM. This is
Oh,
the,
brother. Okay.
I can't remember.
Brother
which,
knives.
that's a nice one.
That is a really nice Warncliffe, John.
Yeah, this is really cool. It's got carbon fiber. It's a brother knife, but it's made by another company. I can't remember the name of it. The other company, but
I need to show my solidarity with William since he's got his Kershaw blur out. Hold on.
I like the thumb studs on these, man. They did a really good design with that, sloping them like that.
Yeah, I have the blur too. An M4 steel.
Yeah.
I think this
I think-
was a sprint run on Kershaw.
This one doesn't say what it is, but I think it's 14C28N. I'm not sure.
Yeah, this is
Focus.
American made
S30V.
M4.
S30V.
The thumb studs. They tell you the direction to press. Basically.
Yeah. Thumb just fits right in it. Bam.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty good for an assisted opening knife.
Yeah.
Especially since it's nice and easy to close as opposed to,
Yeah. It's
some of the
you can
early
close it
Kershaw.
one-handed, so
So some of the early Kershaw assisted knives were just almost impossible to get shut.
this is a Kershaw. Now it's
I also have one of his other designs. I think
Is that the leak?
that designed that too. Yeah.
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 This is the
Random leak.
random leak. Yeah.
yeah, a leak. It's a leak, and I couldn't think of the name for a minute. But yeah, it's a leak with the blade broken off of it. That I
Right. At least you're able
Modified
to reprofile
tip.
the edge.
KJ's asking if anybody has any seahorse whittlers. I think you do, right, William?
Yeah, I just had one sitting back here. A Rough Rider.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
I think I actually do, and it is a Rough Rider.
I can see the name makes sense. It sort of looks like a seahorse or something like that.
Right.
This is a whittler. It's a Boy Scout. It's a Camillus.
It's in one of these drawers.
It's got a whittler blade on it.
Okay, here we are. All right. Funny thing is, this is a split back whittler, if anything, because you've got two springs on the same blade. See?
Cool.
All right. Also, you've
Yeah,
got two pen blades.
They came out with another classic carbon version of this too, I think. with like black micarta scales. There's like 2 different versions. This is I think the original.
The Carbon Classic 2 had the micarta covers.
I think so, yeah. I have a couple of classic Carbon 2s, just kind of hanging around if anyone wants to see those.
This guy's
Yeah,
also
you're right,
classic
KJ. It
carbon.
has
Watchman.
on the one blade.
That's right, Michael Morgan. Watchman. That was the company. Yeah.
Yeah, you're
That's
right.
a brother, I think, subsidiary or
Yep.
something, right?
Yeah,
Yes, that's the brother company. Yep. You got it.
and
Yeah.
that's cool, Gizmo. Yeah, I like orange knives. I've been showing them off throughout this little live stream here.
Is this
I have
watch?
some orange knives, but I would have to go get my big case of
Yeah,
knives.
well, that's fine. We're actually getting close to the 2-hour mark. I didn't know how much longer you
Yeah.
guys wanted to go.
Yeah,
I've got a yellow orange knife.
Every orange knife I have, it has a red fade on it, so
I got
I
a
can't
slip
just
with
leave it
orange
orange.
thread. I got a slip with orange thread and paracord. Does that count?
Absolutely. Yeah, we'll go with that, Jo. It's
The
not
K-Bar
it's
fish
fast
knives.
on these guys.
Both pre-war. This
Hey,
one,
what's going
the
on,
large
Outdoors
one,
Addiction?
is the T29. That's right there. And this one is the smaller one. This is the T75. Both stainless and both actually ridiculously holding an edge very well. The T75 is actually in really, really nice shape. You can actually, unfortunately, it's probably not going to show up on the camera, but you can see the patent number here. I'll read it off. Stainless steel patent 1788656. K-Bar stainless.
We got a dog fight going on out there.
Oh,
I'm out in the garage.
Yeah, it happens. Yeah, Gizmo says they have split patterns in the Stockman's and sow belly patterns also,
Oh.
which those are cool. The split back patterns are really, really neat.
oh yeah. They really seem to hold. The back springs really seem to be powerful.
Yeah.
I don't show many fixed blades on my channel because I don't have a whole lot, but I do have this Damascus custom fixed blade.
Very nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's cool. It's kind of cool. I haven't really used it, but it was given to me. But it's kind of cool. I need to do a video on my fixed blades, but I just think that's that is so cool.
That is awesome.
What do you think the core of the Damascus is?
I have no idea, JW. I don't even know where this came from. It was given to me, and the sheath is incredible.
So basically,
I look at the
it
sheath.
could be anything from Sheffield to Pakistan.
Yeah, I mean this sheath is amazing.
Once you join Instagram and you say I'm a knife into knives, you have all kinds of Pakistanis content.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Oh jeez.
yeah. They want to be your friend.
Yeah, I blocked them. I blocked them all.
And here's that 113 Ranger Skinner that I just found yesterday at a secondhand store.
I love that knife.
Yeah,
Ooh.
these
Did
are
it come
absolutely cool.
with a sheath? You didn't show the
did.
sheath.
It did come with a sheath. Yeah,
Okay.
it's in the other room. Yeah, in fact, I think that's why it was messed up because it had some gunk on the bolster that I had to actually scrape off, and I can still see it. When I look up close to it, but then it's you got a Wenger Swiss Army knife on your forehead there, JW.
Ooh, now you have my attention,
dad
JW.
purchased this in 1976 or 77 at a Swiss airport, believe it or not. It is still new old stock. You can see right there, we've got Wenger SA Delamont, Switzerland. And I think it was 1595 in Swiss francs. I can and will take it out of the box. Let's see.
Yeah, this is my one of my wingers.
Sorry, I was choking on my own spit.
It happens.
Drowning in your own vomit.
Yeah, all of a sudden, like,
Yeah,
So-
Mimo. When they tell you, I say you Damascus, you like it muchly. My
Really
favorite one
Wirebender.
was one of the Damascus guys sent me a message on Instagram because I liked one of his pictures that he showed. He says, "You like my knives?" And I was like, "Yeah, they're pretty cool." He's like, "So which one do you want to buy?" I don't want to buy one.
None.
What do you mean you don't want to buy one? You liked it, so let me sell you one. Yeah, it just kept going like that for like about a half hour. I was like, I mean, he didn't even take it when I was like, well, if I need to buy a Damascus knife, I'll contact you first. He was like, well, which one do you want to buy today?
was it Knife Detector got in trouble by liking a Pakistani person's knife?
I think so.
And they started hassling him on his channel or something.
Yeah, they made a duplicate
Oh,
Instagram channel of his, and then they were trying to do stuff with his giveaway. Trying to
Oh, yeah.
impersonate.
is
who
that
he
why?
was.
Is that why he turned off his comments?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
turned it back on YouTube, but on Instagram he's not on there anymore.
Okay.
Oh,
but yeah,
he dropped off Instagram altogether.
yeah,
Okay.
he's not there because guys were trying. One of the old scams of
This is
you won my giveaway.
Oh
now
yeah.
send me money and I'll send it to you.
Yeah, that's not happened to me ever. I haven't like got scammed or tried to use my name or my channel on Instagram yet. So
Yeah,
knock on wood, I'll probably get
yeah,
it.
exactly. Because I don't want any of that mess either. That's
Yeah,
They
I
do it
follow
on
some guys
YouTube
that
also.
Had to restart
they-
their channel or the Instagram account
Yeah.
because they got scammed so many times.
Yeah. So if any of us have any kind of giveaway, none of us will ask anybody for money to win a giveaway. That just
Yeah.
Or
gonna
ask
be-
you to
I'm
call
gonna be
us.
very open and
Right.
very honest here. That's probably one of the reasons why I'm not on Instagram.
They always like
Yeah.
they have like a period in their name or
right. They try to change
Yeah.
it.
yeah.
yeah.
You can just look at how many subscribers they usually have, like 2 or 0 or something.
Right. And no posts.
Yeah, no
yeah.
posts.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, RJ, I really appreciate being on here, and I'd
Yeah.
like to come on again sometime in the future. And it's really great to see you all. And
It's great
Appreciate
seeing
your
you. Great
channels.
talking to you, John.
yeah,
Yeah.
you too, JW, all of you.
Yeah, it was great.
I think we're about ready to wrap this up anyways. We've been going for a couple hours. I'm out of knives at the moment. I'd have to go even
Out of
more.
knives.
Yeah, I remember the first one. You was like, "Oh, I'm just shooting for an hour only."
Yeah.
Going
Well,
down.
I shoot for an hour because Zach's live starts up, and then lately we've been going close to 2, and I was like, well, if we want to do
That's
2,
a
we'll do
mess.
2, and
I am definitely not out of knives.
yeah,
I mean, I don't think you're going to interfere
you,
with
Nemo.
Zach because
thank
most
you,
people
Jerome.
come for traditional knives to you,
Yeah.
right?
I think so,
And
but I
Zach's.
tend to show everything.
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
any
I,
kind of
I'm not a traditional guy, but I like
right,
looking at traditionals.
exactly.
It doesn't matter to me if it's got a
mean,
cutting.
This
edge,
is
I
kind of a
believe-
traditional, but it's a modern traditional.
Yeah.
So.
Thank you, Todd. Thank you, CB.
Gary, I really like that knife. I remember you showed that last week. Really
The
like it.
Ohio River Jack. Yeah, I love
Yes.
that tip.
Is that what I think it is, John?
Yeah, William's got one too.
The trick knife.
Imperial.
When I first got it, I didn't know what it was, and I thought, man, this thing's got a strong pull on it.
Thank you, Jerome.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Oh wow!
Yeah. I forget what they call it. The
Trick knife.
Jack Master mystery something or another.
Thank you,
It's got a
KJ.
name. I'd have to look it up. But
I'm glad
You know
you
what's
could make it
interesting
today.
is because closed, it looks vaguely like a senator pattern knife, which I just completed a video on, actually doing the history of that pattern.
We're wrapping it up, KJ. We'll be on for a few more, I think.
yeah, I got to run, but thank you
Yeah.
all. Appreciate you all very much. And
Yeah, thank you, John. I'm glad you could make it. And yeah, we'll have to definitely have you
we'll
back
do it
on.
again.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
absolutely.
Yeah. See you all.
All right. Take it easy.
All right.
Take
Have
care.
a good one.
All right, guys. I think this will do it. I'm going to go ahead and end the broadcast here. So thank you, everybody, for showing up.
One
and,
final
for
trivia
being here.
question. It's a short one, I promise. Let's
Okay.
see, because I was
42.
reminded. Okay, so on the box of this, it says the genuine Wenger Swiss Army knife. Now, what was the difference in the Swiss law courts where they ruled Victorinox could call their Swiss Army knife? Because they ruled that Wenger could call theirs the genuine Swiss Army knife, but Victorinox, until it purchased Wenger, had to call theirs something different. What was it?
Have no idea.
The
You
original
should have asked this question
Swiss Army
when,
knife.
Michael was on here.
The original Swiss Army knife.
Okay.
Because Victorinox made the original, but because Wenger apparently was more popular among Swiss military personnel, you wound up with the genuine Swiss Army knife.
Well, I don't think
there
we'll
you go.
disappoint you, Gizmo. We'll have long ones just about every weekend, I think.
Just wanted to get that in there, just to get because I've actually gotten a couple of questions about that. Not on, believe it or not on here, but on Facebook. I've actually gotten a couple of questions about that. So there you go.
You're welcome, KJ. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. So thank you for everybody that was in the chat, and we will see you next Sunday.
See y'all
Right.
next Sunday.
The hand model says goodbye.
Yeah, it's tough being a hand model. Germany made the pattern first, says Gizmo. That's probably true. And they do speak German over in Switzerland. So
Yes.
there you go. All right.
Although nobody can understand it if you're from Germany. My father, who speaks fluent German, cannot speak Schweizerdeutsch. He can barely understand it.
That's fine. I can't either. And I lived there for a couple of years. All right. We'll see you guys next week.
Okay.